Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 92nd episode of the Poorly Planned Podcast. My name is Benedict. You may know me better as BHL Hudson. Here with me, as always.
That's it.
Here we talk about movies, TV shows, a bunch of nonsense. With me, as always, is my friend, co-host, and third episode of the day, buddy.
Good.
Goo. Just looks directly ahead. Goo. Frederick.
Absolutely losing it.
Today is June 10th. We're recording in what can only be described as an oven.
It sounds like we're locked in a room. Today's June 10th.
Send help.
I've not seen daylight in many moons. They keep bringing me water, but it's not enough to survive on.
Yeah, we've been doing a bunch of pods today, so this one's going to be absolute nonsense as per usual, which is as opposite to usual, which is great content.
Yeah.
So,
well, this is one of my favorite segments.
Well, I do love these episodes. This is, in fact, the trilogy, and we're definitely not going to stop here.
No, yeah, this is definitely going to continue.
Every few months we make one of these. Characters we could beat up, question mark.
Question mark, exactly. Do a little random generation of characters.
Yes.
Then we go into an in-depth and analytical debate and discussion.
Yeah. Whether we could beat them in a physical fight of fisticuffs.
You do like the word fisticuffs.
I do. It's kind of fun.
It's quite good.
And... yeah, I mean, you can listen to the other two episodes as well, but yeah, as for us as fighters, we have a 6'3",
6'4", please.
6'4" monster.
And then there's Frederick.
And then who has a high running ability.
Okay.
You run a lot?
Bit of a coward, I guess. Who can run away from the fight very fast.
High stamina. Reach advantage. And average intelligence.
No, yeah.
And then we have me, BHL Hudson.
The
tank.
The small, round powerhouse. The immovable object, some might call him.
The 6 foot, quite tall by a lot of standards, some would say. Powerful, fast, master of the hands. That sounds master. With amazing boxing ability.
All right,
that totally I
feel like your resume is a bit better than mine.
All right, anyway, let's get into it. All right, first character, Jabba the Hut.
Jabba the Hut. All right, so he's really big, so it'd take a lot to hurt him. But at the same time, he's also very slow, isn't he?
He's slow. I feel like it'd be kind of like punching a pillow.
Right.
I don't know what that means though. Would that be good or bad for us?
Well. It's
like, like a sludgy carcass, just like...
That is so gross. BHL Hudson caught punching a sludgy carcass.
I feel like we could, if we like hit... I think if we hit him hard enough in the face, like our fist would just go through his head.
Goes right through. Jabba's like, what the hut just happened?
And I mean, Princess Leia chokes him to death. We could do that. We just wrap around his neck, the two of us.
Yeah, the power of friendship as we hold hands.
And murder this creature.
You stare. You stare directly into Jabba's eyes. He's happy that this is the way he goes.
It's an honor.
Not many huts get to go this way.
I think we could. He's like a pumpkin, I imagine. Like a really rotten pumpkin. You could just like smash
you hit him and he just turns into prosciutto.
Yeah. You said E.T. turns into gazpacho, so I just love the continued theme here.
The continued theme of Italian foods that these guys turn into.
Let's see. The genie.
I think, have we already done the genie?
Probably.
Oh, Donnie Brasco.
I have not seen Donnie Brasco.
All right, I'll tell you. We would probably... I mean, he's a gangster. And it's Depp, so you know.
So we're doomed?
I wouldn't say we're doomed. It would certainly be a tough fight, because he's in his prime, the prime Depp.
But there are two of us,
and
we're just entering our prime.
Exactly.
Which will last 30 years.
At least. Maybe 60.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm being a little
you're
a little humble here.
Yeah. You are humble, as we found out. I don't know. It'd be a tough fight, but I think if it's 2-on-1, we might be able to beat Donnie.
I think you kick him in the shin.
Oh, he's not very tall, is he?
Okay, you kick him in the gut.
Right.
I gnaw on his shin.
Exactly, and you and you punch upwards as high as you can and hit his kneecap.
All right, cool. I guess we call that a win.
I guess.
Bane.
Ooh. Well, so Bane is mountainous
and hardy, a mountainous hardled.
A mountainous hardle. Yeah, who are we kidding? Bane would absolutely fucking destroy us.
Yeah, he would snap. I think he would like pile both of us like he did Batman and just snap us on his
If
knee.
we were to fight the Batman, we would lose. This man beat the Batman.
That's very true. And he climbed out of that cave, and they were like, who, he, who.
Yeah, who, he, who. I don't remember that part.
Yeah, you do.
You're right.
The people in the hole were like,
called my bluff.
This guy's good. Is there any way we could beat him? I mean, the way he's killed in the end is he is shot by a, like, machine gun on a bicycle.
Yeah. What?
Well, a bat bicycle. A batsicle. A sabbatical?
Sabbatical. That is so stupid. He's shot by a sabbatical.
Like,
realistically...
If we get to the mask, it would be extremely painful. For you.
Well, so
but it would be painful for him,
right? Come on, like he's made of granite. This man.
Yeah, I'm just gonna throw. We can also throw ones that we can think of in.
Alita Battle Angel.
Ooh, I haven't seen the film, but we would die immediately, will we not? She's like a robot.
Well, so she is like a hybrid kind of thing, where it's she's certainly agile, but she has
swords.
She's got like a really strong arm and a really strong body, I believe.
Okay, well that's already more than we have.
Yeah, we're very frail.
Yeah, we are made of glass.
And she, yeah, I think she might just take us. So 2-2 we're at.
All right, yeah.
We did beat Donnie Brasco
somehow.
All right.
The Mask.
Stanley Ipkiss. I did not know he was called Stanley Ipkiss.
Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. I haven't seen The Mask.
Have you not seen The Mask? I swear we saw it.
Don't say we saw it together, because under what circumstances?
No, like we saw it in like class one time.
What?
Like for Christmas, we saw The Mask.
We watched Elf. Common mistake.
Same movie, some might say. No, we watched The Mask.
No, we did not.
We
100%.
Maybe you weren't invited.
Last Christmas party? The teacher sends a mail telling me that there's no school today.
You ask me if I can hang out. I say I've got many plans.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Don't want that fucking nerd here. I mean, he can make machine guns.
Yeah, he can literally like conjure up anything.
Does he do anything that deadly though? Like he makes a bunch of cops do like a dance.
He makes a monkey climb out of a criminal's asshole.
What?
He does.
You're lying.
No, genuinely.
You're bluffing.
This is not me. You're bluffing. You're bluffing. This is not me bluffing. The criminal's like, the next time you do something or something is the time a monkey crawls out my ass. And then he makes a monkey crawl out his ass.
That sounds gruesome.
Well, I imagine so. And then he makes the monkey climb back into his ass.
Really?
Yes.
God.
Yeah.
Fair. Okay. Well,
yeah,
we'll take an L on that one.
Quite gladly, so we don't have to get a monkey out our ass.
Yeah, I'd just surrender.
Frodo Baggins.
We've done the Hobbits though, haven't we?
We did Samwise.
Damn. If we beat Samwise, who's like
Samwise,
the tank.
Samwise the tank.
Andrew Clark, the cool guy from Breakfast Club. Is he a child? Because if he is, I don't know if we can talk about beating him up.
Is he a child?
I mean, he looks like he's 40 in that picture, to be fair.
Well, because it's high school, right? So, and we just got out of high school. Andrew Clark, age.
Actor. Okay. 1962. So he was like 20 when... Yeah, okay, we can beat this dude up.
Yeah.
There's a Breakfast Club wiki?
That's so gross. What is there to wiki about on this one? There's like 5 characters.
It's like a 90-minute movie.
Yeah.
Well, we would... Okay.
Okay, so he's like,
cool?
He's the Is he?
I don't really remember.
He's like the athlete, right?
Yeah. He's a jock, but he's an 80s jock. He doesn't have the modern miracles of science that we have, like all the steroids we take.
He's the we take.
Yeah. Never taken steroids, just for the record.
I've taken many.
I mean, yeah, I think he's like he plays like American football, but does he do boxing for beginners?
This is true. And is he 6'4"?
I think not. So we combine
so he's dead.
Yeah, so he's a dead man walking. So yeah, Andrew Clark.
Let's do it. Bootstrap. Bill Turner.
Bootstrap.
Platinum. Bootstrap. Bill Turner. Bootstrap. So you need to like the Captain Jack Sparrow like mystery like Bootstrap.
Bill Turner.
Bill Turner. This here whirly bird.
You did not just whirly bird me.
Oh, I'll whirly bird you while I watch.
Yeah, that's an uncomfortable thing to say. Bill Turner is a barnacle-faced man.
True, but he can also morph into anything.
What?
Yes. No, not okay.
that
So
seems
like
unfair.
morph with something. You know, like not into anything, but like remember how he like morphs back into the wall?
Oh, that does not seem like a useful power. If he morphs into a wall, we just beat the shit out of him, and he's just like can't move.
He would just hit the wall.
Yeah.
No, like he can like go through the wall basically.
Okay, but he's also really slow and Bootstrap Bill Turner, and he has
He is
eye
also
butt
Bootstrap.
tattoos.
He does, doesn't he? I was like, what?
I think if you get him monologuing about some dumb shit that you probably care about, like some pirate thing, he's like,
Okay.
I was cursed by the sea.
The very act of talking kills him.
That's how we get him. And then I come from behind with like one of those old rusty like saws, and I just
What? What is this? Is such a disturbing image. You coming up sneakily from behind, and you got a rusty saw, and then you saw the man who's got eye butt tattoos.
I just slowly saw his head off, and he wouldn't notice because he can't feel pain. I just made that up.
I don't know if he can. I think he can feel pain.
All right, we'd
probably beat him.
Yep.
Right.
Elliott from he's a kid. We can't beat up
Okay,
Elliott
no,
from
let's
E.T.
let's do it.
No.
Let's talk about it.
No, let's not.
Elliott-
We already killed E.T. We can't just beat up this kid from the 80s.
Well, he's gonna be going on a murderous revenge spree,
Yeah, that's
so it'll be
true.
self-defense.
That's true.
Elliot, what does he have?
Nothing.
Not much, apart from a broken face.
No.
No,
We're moving on.
yes.
Dr. Octopus.
No. Dr. Octopus.
Jesus. That would be a tough one.
Right?
Okay, I come up with the saw again.
And you distract him with your saw dance.
Yes, it's very famous.
I
I think, okay, let's see.
come on.
How does Spider-Man usually beat him? He punches him pretty
He probably
hard.
uses his like gross webs and it's like, yeah, your face.
Yeah.
Right?
I think we could. Okay. A lot of these are just like you distract them and then I come with some various weapon and hit them in the back of the head. I think, okay, with this one.
This is a straight up fist fight. But okay, actually, we can't do that because he's got weapons.
Yeah, so how about we take away the arms?
We take away his arms. That's not very fair. Take away the one thing that makes him powerful.
Yeah, exactly. Beat the piss out of this like old scientist.
Well,
Cool.
I guess we win.
Got him.
Nah, Doc Ock
would murder us.
pulverize us.
Yeah. Okay, Roger Thornhill from North by Northwest.
What?
He's like,
What does that sentence even mean?
It's a great movie. It's from like the 50s. So he's like a 50s dude who's like probably
You'd hope so.
Yeah. He's actually from 2014. Who is probably pretty like fit and like fight ready for a 50s dude. But for 2021 against two 2021 boys.
When you say like a 50s dude, you make it sound like people have just completely evolved into superior beings in like 60
Well, he
years.
probably like smoked 1 billion cigars every day.
Right.
Unlike us who smoke only 500 million. Donatello. And so the lamest Ninja Turtle, I'm pretty sure.
Is he
All the Donatello stands out there are freaking out. Just imagine a riot.
just a wave of hate sent towards the pod?
You see CNN, it's just like massive riots throughout the world. So he's like the nerd one of them, isn't he? Or
Yeah,
is
he's got like a bow staff. So that's like
probably not going to go well. He looks really scary in this picture too.
he does.
Have you seen Joe Rogan talking about like looking at pictures of apes without hair and they're just like hugely muscled
What?
like yeah.
Why? What's Joe Rogan doing?
It's a very Joe Rogan-y thing to do. And
Okay.
like they're just like hugely muscled and it's kind of like terrifying. It kind of reminds me of that, just like a hugely muscled beast.
Let's make it fair. Take away his shell. How disturbing would that be to see?
So like I feel like his back is just like melted pizza dough.
So
That was not the reaction I was hoping for.
yumsicles.
I thought you were gonna say like, oh, what's wrong with you? So I feel like, okay, we take away his shell and then we stab him in the back and then we win.
Right.
Cool.
I feel like his shell might be a Jabba the Hut-esque situation.
Exactly.
Where if we remove it, we just go straight through.
Yeah, he just punches hard
Like
out.
a sweet Vitello Tonato sauce.
You're never gonna run out. Okay, this one I really want to do. Rhett Butler. Gone with the Wind. He is the biggest shit-eating, like...
That's it.
He's like...
God, he looks like such an asshole.
He's such a terrible dude. I mean, he's like charming for a guy from the 30s, but again, as we established...
Gosh, you got a real, like, historic problem. He's a jock, but in the 80s. Yeah, he's charming for a guy in the 30s. Oh, God.
Jeez. Oh my god, I nearly just fell.
PJ nearly died. Rhett Butler nearly literally got the...
He nearly won the fight just there.
How do you think we could beat him in the fisticuffs if he's beating us through a fucking screen?
I was literally like 90 degrees, like, in the air.
Oh, 90 degrees. I did a full 360.
Anyway, I think we'd kick the absolute dog shit out of this dude.
Hopefully, he's from the 30s. So.
And he's also just like kind of I mean, I don't remember a ton now from that movie, but I feel like he was a bad dude.
He looks like a bad dude. He looks like a slick douchebag. Olaf,
we could... Alright, here's how... Because we'd obviously win. Here's how we do it.
Okay,
We'd
right.
take the carrot. We'd stab him in both eyes.
Okay.
And we take the buttons and, like...
And make him swallow them until he chokes.
That's so dark. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope no kids are listening to this. And then we'd take his 2 stick arms and just smack him in the head.
It's just so disturbing.
Just like make him like a drum set.
Oh, I see.
He can't feel pain, so it's okay. But we would do all these. This is how we'd kill him. Sorry, Olaf. Whew. God, I hope one day, like, I have a prospect of getting a job at Disney, and then they just... So we take his eyes and feed them to him.
We stab his eyes with his carrot nose that I previously removed from his face.
Again, it's okay because he's just a oh god. Minions. How many minions would it take to beat us?
I think it would take a lot of minions to beat us.
Like 500 million probably. Like it would have to be enough to literally
literally
suffocate
swarm
us.
Yeah, we just like die under the weight of them.
Because how can you? God, that's a disturbing image. Just 500 million minions squishing you. They take off your nose, stab you to death with it. I mean, I do have quite a stabbable nose.
It's alright.
Yeah.
It's your nose. You should own it.
I mean, I quite literally do.
I mean, I literally have it insured.
The T-800. Okay, how about we do it? How long would we survive against the T-800?
Not very long.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, depending on, like, maybe if you landed in the wrong country, it would take them a while to get to us.
That's the kind of the snail that's perpetually trying to get you and kill you thing.
Yeah, or it's like It Follows, you know? Except he can actually hijack vehicles and stuff and get here pretty quickly.
Yeah, so...
But you know what? I was about to say they're easy to kill. They're not very easy to kill at all.
How do you kill them?
You squish them in a, like, industrial compressor.
I've got many of those.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll pull one out of my pocket. Get industrially compressed, Arnold.
We can also think of some, and we can also find animated character, because these are usually how we bump our scores up a bit.
Oh, right.
Generator. Animated character generator. Okay, well, Deadpool, that's not very fair. The Muppets. Okay. How many of the Muppets would it take to kill us? Well, it depends on the Muppet, because if Animal came at us...
Well, it actually depends on which Muppet we're talking about here, because if it's Clifford the Big Red Dog...
That's not a Muppet. You're the Muppet for thinking that.
That's just... We're supposed to be a team in this.
Because, like, if Animal the Crazy One comes at us, that's his full legal name.
Animal the Crazy One.
Then that would be over pretty quick. Because that dude genuinely terrified me as a kid. And
Is he the red one?
Yeah, I think there's still some, like, lingering
fear.
Like, I think, you know how in Batman, like, his parents are mentioning, he's like, he melts. Like, that would be me if Animal showed up.
Batman melts?
Not quite literally, but, like...
Okay.
But if, like, Kermit came after... If, like, okay, let's say Kermit, Fozzie Bear, and Miss Piggy, we could destroy that. Okay,
I'll say I've never seen...
You don't know Fozzie Bear.
I mean, I know who Fozzie Bear is.
If the eagle came after us, we'd be f***ed. He would kill us pretty quick.
You look genuinely like that would happen.
That's a terrifying... Dude, I'm just saying, I don't know how more kids aren't scared of the Muppets, because that eagle also freaked me out as a kid.
You know what I'm scared of?
Like, imagine
Claymation.
Same!
Claymation...
Wallace and Gromitt freaked me the f*** out when I was a kid.
Well, Wallace and Gromitt is the less scary side of it.
Well, now you've just made me look like a real idiot.
Real softy.
Yeah.
But, like, there's... Is it like James and the Giant Pumpkin or some shit?
James and the Giant Peach. That was pretty scary.
Oh, is that actually James and the Giant Peach where he, like, travels around with, like, a caterpillar?
Yeah, it's based on a very famous book.
That's so gross. That one.
That
freaked me out.
Yeah, the cat. All the different animals are so creepily.
Yeah. It's
but
like,
what's the one that freaked me out? Like, cause like Flushed Away I was fine with, cause I was like, that's kind of a fun thing. But like claymation, I think it was. I don't know if it was Wallace and Gromit specifically, but it was something. Definitely. Cause like some of the villains in that, also in like Chicken Run, like they chop off all the chickens' heads, just creepy stuff. Let's say Wallace and Gromit.
Okay. I mean, fear-wise, they would win.
Yeah. I mean, Gromit, that's the dog, right? No, Wallace is the dog.
I don't know. Well, whoever the human is, he looks f***ing useless. Like, he couldn't do anything.
No, he can't. But, like, the dog is actually super intelligent and I think could, like, build a machine very quickly that would kill us.
What? This is a street fight we're talking.
Well, yeah, but he just gets to find
work.
something. Yeah, and Gromit would be like, I love cheese. That's what he said. Have you never seen Wallace and Gromit?
Not really.
I love cheese.
No wonder you found it so scary.
Cheese! I mean, can I say, imagine you're lying in bed at night and then just...
Why are you watching Wallace and Gromit while you're lying alone in your bed?
I'm not saying...
It's kind of freaky.
And then, like, Wallace just appears in your doorway.
That is genuinely horrific shit.
Come on, that's...
God.
Or, like, Animal from the Muppets. He just stands there and then he just... And then
Okay, he just
at you.
rushes you?
Yeah, it does, like, a Pennywise.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, well, this is...
Congrats on the nightmares, viewers.
We're not in bed.
But then here's the twist, so you don't have nightmares. Animal rushes you. I pull up with my brick, and I smack him in the head, and then ground him pound.
I imagine you always lie with a brick underneath the pillow.
Yeah,
in case of this scenario.
It is my pillow.
You just sleep on a brick.
And then you come in with a baseball bat that has spikes in it, and then you finish the job off. Sorry if this is a little violent, but we had to...
These episodes always get quite violent.
Yeah, we had to compensate for the horrifying image of Gromit running at you Pennywise style.
Gromit just running.
How about LeBron James in the new Space Jam movie?
LeBron James is huge, isn't he?
He is. He's like 7
also
feet tall.
Old.
No.
He's like LeBron.
Yeah.
I mean, I think LeBron could in any age could probably beat us up.
Because they have like fights in basketball occasionally, where they're like, "You pushed me," and then they're like, "No," and then they'll slap each other, and it's yeah. Hiccup. Horrendous Haddock the Third. That also gives me an idea for Captain Haddock, but we'll get to that. Tintin. Actually,
so what are we
Tintin
doing?
And his
You've
whole
thrown 3 characters at him.
Tintin and his whole crew. Tintin and the gang.
Who is his whole crew?
It's on the wall right there. Haddock, Snowy, and Professor Calculus.
Edifix.
Professor Calculus, or whatever he's called.
All right.
Professor Calculus would be slain by the royal decree.
Would be dominated by royal decree. Imagine that. We walk into the room, Haddock's just like, "I'm sorry, my old friend." Just clean slice.
He does the anime thing where you lift the sword.
Oh yeah,
and then he just falls in half. Haddock just bows in shame.
Had to be done.
How about, okay, this is fucking all over the place now. Asterix and Obelix.
Obelix. Excuse me, can you Obelix my sink, Asterix?
Asterix and Obelix. Actually, okay, let's just do Asterix, because
Asterix
would...
Well,
let's say he doesn't have the potion.
He doesn't have the...
Yeah, we'd beat up Asterix if he didn't have the potion. These are... Do people actually listen to these? Because, like, these just turn into such, like, garbage. Oh.
Okay.
How about the whole Hangover crew?
Ooh. Okay.
Minus Doug.
Doug.
Because
you're Doug, and you're on my team.
Well, Freddie has actually often said that I look like Doug from The Hangover, which I take as a huge compliment, but I don't see it.
But not physically. It's more the way you behave. In that you're
just
always
like I'm
disappearing.
just like I'm never there. Because Doug is also Nicolas Cage's best friend in... I was about to say The Hangover. In...
Independence Day?
No. National Treasure.
That's the one I was thinking
You were
of.
close, yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, the Hangover crew. All right.
So Helms
would be defeated easily.
Right.
Zach would probably hit pretty hard.
I don't think so. Well, okay, Hart. No, I think he'd be so. I think Cooper would. It would be a one-man team with Coop.
Yeah.
Coop is,
Coop would be a difficult puzzle to solve.
Specifically
the handsomeness.
Walking jigsaw, that man.
Yes. I think, I do a double leg takedown on Coop.
Okay.
You come in with a people's elbow.
Okay, I like it.
Zach and Helms are fighting amongst themselves in this whole time.
In the confusion.
Yeah.
And then we Batista bomb you onto Coop.
Sure, I don't really know what Batista bomb is, but I'm assuming I come out alive in this situation.
So okay, realistically, would we win this?
No.
This is all fantasy talk.
Yeah, that was all for nothing. Hawkeye. Let's do a super random comic book movie character generator.
Black Mask. What does Black Mask do?
He has guns.
Okay.
He has sass when he's
Guns and sass is all you need to survive the MCU. Or DC.
Yeah, when he's played by Ewan McGregor.
Mm-hmm.
He has yeah. I've run out. I've officially reached my end of energy. Let's do two more good ones.
You think of a good one, and I'll think of a good one, and then we'll hit it.
All right. Yeah, no, this, I'm totally out of energy.
Do you want to go first?
No, you can go.
All right. Carnage, but without Carnage in him. So just
just an insane Woody Harrelson.
Just an insane Woody Harrelson.
That's tough. If you've seen the new Venom 2 Carnage Man trailer, he does do that thing where he punches the wall a bunch of times, which does look very frightening.
Menacing.
Yeah.
And he's a serial killer, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a scary man.
But he's also Woody Harrelson.
He also probably smells really bad. You know, that's the thing some MMA fighters apparently have done. Like, they purposely smell bad to, like...
throw people off?
Yeah.
The pungent smell knocks them the out immediately?
I mean, not a bad shout, you know. But I'm too cleanly for that kind of...
All right. You shower multiple times a minute.
I've showered 8 times during this whole podcast. We're doing this in the shower. I think he would win. He's a serial killer. He's probably killed 2
but that could be with
strapping young jocks before.
But that could be with like guns or knives and...
Yeah, with his bare hand. He looks like a guy who definitely strangles people. He looks like a guy who would take off Olaf's nose and then stab him to death with it.
Right, but we're also those dudes. So
true. So we actually say it's just
we might just
2v1.
make an alliance with him. we might just become best buds.
And we give him a haircut too, because my God.
Well,
actually,
that's
you guys have the same haircut, so you would feel really good.
That's kind of insulting.
To Harelsson.
to him.
There you go. I think we beat him.
All right.
My last one is okay. How do I make this?
How do I phrase this delicately without offending anyone?
An interesting fight, because otherwise it'd be too easy. But I think we do. Okay, Kevin Hart in Jumanji, but it's in a jungle.
If anything, that's just a disadvantage to Kevin Hart.
No, because all his powers are animal based, are they not?
Well, yeah, but
so he could only because otherwise his weaknesses or his strength.
His strength is
or
literally
whatever.
weakness. This is
or
true.
Weakness is strength. But then because we could beat him up quite easily, but if he's in the jungle, maybe he'd get a hippopotamus to help him.
But he doesn't get it to help him. It's not like he's.
I can't remember what his power is. I just remember he
just knows a lot of stuff. So like he could avoid animals.
Oh.
But then at the same time, the man gets trampled by white rhinos.
That's true. Oh yeah, for some reason I thought his power was to control animals. I've totally fumbled the bag on this, haven't I?
Well, you've just given us an easy W, is what I'll say.
Well, that's how we should end it.
Yeah.
Well, that was the pod for this week. Now it's time for
the Cnews.
And
I think we should just try and predict it at this point.
Oh, predict? Okay, let's predict some Timecodes.
Okay.
So, because this was recorded on June 10th, so we don't have up-to-date Timecodes. So, our predicted Timecodes. I think Cruise is going to... I think him and Sylvester Stallone are going to form a beautiful friendship in the coming weeks.
In the coming weeks.
We're going to see a picture on Instagram. People are going to be like going crazy. They're going to be like, oh my God, # new goals. Is that a thing people say? Goals?
Now it is.
Yeah,
I've made it a thing.
I've made it a thing. That's my prediction.
Okay, I predict that Tom Cruise will be
heavyweight champion of the world.
I think Tom Cruise there will be another like movie production update, whether it's back on track or a further delay. And if it's a further delay, he will have killed 2 people.
Yeah, if it's a further delay, you will find people with shards of glass in their head. They just say Tom Cruise was here.
He's just drawn the COVID symbol on them. In blood.
Now it's time for the announcements and such recorded several weeks from now. Take it away, us in the future. And we're back for the announcements and such segment. I got my buddy Freddie on the phone. Some of you may know him. He is currently bedridden from a violent animal attack. Do you want to explain, or?
Well,
It's better just left to the imagination.
I'll tell the listeners in not too much detail as to not frighten them.
Okay,
But
good.
I did, in fact, step on a bee, stung my pinky, and now my foot is Frodo Baggins-esque.
Would you say, as the wise Conor McGregor once said, your foot is a balloon? Have you seen that clip?
No, I probably wouldn't. I'd probably just say it's a bee sting.
Okay. I'm glad you
I'm
don't.
not quite the Mystic Mac, although I was last episode.
Yeah, well, we'll get to that. So we're gonna go through some comments here, some fan page stuff, an email sent in, a couple of things on pod 90. Kian says, "Can we get a recreation of the X-Men Beast Mode video for episode 100?" I've never been requested
I don't know how to ban someone from watching any more episodes, but if I can make that happen, I will.
I've never been requested to commit a million atrocious crimes at once. But we will. I guess we'll consider it. But that is a horrible, horrible thing. But I mean, also there's only.
Costume and all. We paint you blue.
There's only two of us. Like, I don't know how we would do it. But hey, you know what? I'll put that in
God, it'd be
notes.
such a lame video with only two people.
And there's no music in it. It's just us
It's just
losing
us.
it.
It's just us writhing.
Let's see. Anson Hartzler left another interesting comment about Gravity Falls, which again on the list I have to say, and he also said.
Which again, shut up. Okay.
No, I didn't mean it like that. I realized that's not really commenting. Well, it's on the list, so you can stop commenting, by the way. I didn't mean it like
Please,
that.
not comment that anymore. We'll get a ban.
But he also left a comment, said, "That joke with my name was simultaneously the best and worst thing I've ever heard." Because I can't remember what, I think I said something about Hart, something about a heart. And also he got 93% on that essay he mentioned in the previous comment, so congrats, Anson.
Nice.
Baxter White says episode 100 should both have Best Thwaites movies and Ben and Fred ASMR. So
Can we combine those somehow and not do them separately?
yeah, can't we do Thwaites films ASMR? I don't know. We'll think about it. What's it called? Movie Guy said, "The pod has spoiled me with episodes every week for the last year, and when there was no episode, it felt weird last week. Never stopped making them." So I appreciate the nice comment, Movie Guy. I'm sorry we deeply disappointed you last week, and hopefully we can keep making them. No guarantees, but you know, it's looking good, I guess, that we will be able to. Oh, Freddy's gone. Oh. Yeah, no, I'm just talking to myself.
Sorry.
Like a madman.
My ear accidentally muted itself.
Well, that was uncomfortable. Anyway, hopefully we'll keep making them. I will say this episode that's going up today, like the one that you're currently listening to, is the last one of the pre-recorded batch. So we're going to have to start doing long-distance recordings for the summer. Hopefully we can still do it. But if there's something that goes a little funky, that's why. But hopefully it'll work. GC Green, episode 100, BHL and FTK mukbang with traditional Danish foods, which is possibly the greatest comment I've ever read.
Oh my God,
I love that idea.
Genuinely a pretty good idea.
That's
Except
a
for
great-
the fact that we eat like pigs.
Yeah. Love that idea. So again, maybe we combine ASMR mukbang Thwaite film review. How's that sound?
Oh my God, can you imagine how quickly that video would get taken down?
Anurag says, "You guys are the only people who bring up the Hobbit movies as much as you do," which is a very amusing comment for some reason. I don't know why that got me. But just lovely, a bunch of comments on Pod 90. Thank you for those. And then Pod 91. Movie Guy says, "Jesus, that's disappointing. JK, quiz episodes are the best. Not as good as the Christmas pods, though. The Christmas pods are kind of iconic, I won't lie."
Genuinely the ones we think are the worst.
Few comments about what character various people got on the quizzes. Super Jordan is Cap and Thor. Apurva is Iron Man and Thor. And then also there's a... Wait. Hold up. I've lost the page here. Okay. Sorry. Wait.
Hold up, I have to delete the channel.
Technical difficulties. Oh yeah, then we have the Mystic Mac prediction from Fidalgard, where
Oh my God,
you called...
Because I predict these things.
You called Zendaya and Tom Holland's relationship. Can I just say, and not that there's anything wrong with anything or whatever, but the people over at Marvel are the horniest people in the universe. Taika Waititi making out with his actors, and then Tom Holland and Zendaya. Like, guys, there are other people who exist other than the people who work directly next to you. I don't know. It's just like, what's in the water over there at the Marvel filming studio? Like, so, you know, credit to you for predicting the crazy. It wasn't really a scandal, but the crazy happenings. Do you have any other?
Crazy controversy.
Do you have any other Marvel like smooching scandals to predict? Like
Mark Ruffalo with his own foot.
I can very much.
Caught licking it at a cafe.
You can't just say a thing that's already confirmed. That's not a prediction.
Oh, sorry. So these are things that we want to happen, not things that have happened. Okay.
Not things that are important historical events. Anyway, and then Movie Guy says this is a bit irrelevant. This is a bit irrelevant. I don't usually watch football, but Denmark might win the Euros as they're in the semifinals, but they're against England, which is where I live, so boo Denmark, ? So, the semifinals is actually today when we're recording these announcements, and we're both very excited to watch Denmark beat the living shit out of the English football team.
God, I really hope this doesn't age horribly.
Yeah,
God damn it, I really hope Denmark wins.
Yeah, this is going up on Friday, so this could be the biggest Curb Your Enthusiasm meme that just immediately afterwards. But hopefully Denmark wins the Euros. That'd be the craziest moment ever. I'm not even that big of a football guy, but I'm really invested in this.
I know, it's so good. Have you seen the Casper Schmeichel interview?
I think I sent it to you. Yeah.
Did you send it to me? Okay.
Where it was like they were like, is it coming home or whatever? And he was like, has it ever been home? And it's like,
has it ever been home? Have you ever actually won it?
They got absolutely destroyed. So yeah, go Denmark, and this is, comes out in a few days, but we won it, I'm sure. really.
I'm sure we beat England 6-0.
Turns out England beats us 10-5.
We scored so many own goals.
Then Movie Boy sent in a poster. He says, and this was one of the most horrifying reveals I've ever seen on anything, because he says we need the Ben and Fred watch, and so it's the poster for Grown Ups 2, and then onto the top half of the poster is our faces photoshopped, but because the poster is so big in the email window, you had to scroll down to see the rest of it, and then on the bottom, all of the women on the bottom of the poster just have Tom Cruise photoshopped over them. So, genuinely,
what the hell?
You can't get this effect when I put it in the video, but just imagine seeing the top and be like, okay, that's pretty fun Photoshop, and then just scrolling down and seeing 3 Cruises.
Not 3.
Terrifying. Then JC Comics came through with, because we sort of, I don't want to say we brutally hated on him last week, but he did send in that letterbox tier list thing of Woody's movies and then made it private for some reason or deleted it so we couldn't see it. So we were like, okay. What's up with that, yeah. JC? Why do you hate us? But he sent it again. This time I could actually see it. And yeah, it's just a tier list of Woody's movies. Kind of interesting. He has Get Out as number 1 and Pirates 5 as number 28.
That's fair.
And
Pirates 5 is the biggest stinker of stinks.
I mean, I can't really think of anything that controversial. I mean, he did put Rampage ahead of the likes of Creed 2 and Us, but that's also very accurate. And he put Murder on the Orient Express second to last. Just keep in mind that means it's behind Gemini Man.
Why does ever...
So that's horrible.
Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them Too?
Yeah, God. Terrible. But anyway, so yeah, thank you. God, garbage. So thank you, Movie Boy. Oh no, that was JC Comics. And then...
But thank you, Movie Boy.
Yeah. And then finally, the fan page, because of course, first of all, we had a call to action to post if you find a Woody's Cafe throughout the world, because it's kind of a common name. And Cian, he did post a Woody's over in Ireland, which is not a cafe, but it's a hardware store. But you know what? I'll take it. It still carries on.
Anything Woody's, honestly.
Yeah, however, he did also come in with an extreme hate comment against us, where he says, also, it's still open, raised eyebrows emoji. So he's just taking a shot unnecessarily at our at the grave of Woody's. So, not too cool, Cian, but, I guess I'll block you, but yeah, so, but yeah, again, very, very good. Post any Woody's, cafes and or hardware stores you see out in the world. And then also, just a horrendous sentence to read, Lord George crossover, which is the fact that the actor who played Lord George is in The Gentleman and in Hobbs and Shaw.
And in King Arthur, Legend of the Sword.
He is in King Arthur, Legend of the Sword, and he plays a guy called George in that. What are the odds?
A true Lord George crossover.
Yeah. But yeah, so follow the fan pages linked down below. Great stuff. We're also on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and we're on YouTube if you're listening there. Poorly Planned Podcast, and please subscribe. We're only 5 away from 1,000. We did lose a sub this week, and I was like, you bastards, then we gained 2. So, so on the rise, I say. So
it's all about the grind.
yeah, so please subscribe and follow us on iTunes and Apple Podcasts and leave 5-star ratings and leave a like and a comment and do all the things. All right, back to the pod. Wow, I can't believe
Cruise killed 1,700 people with his stench alone, MMA fighter style.
what do you think Cruise smells like? Same.
Right?
Yeah.
Like it's a bit of a mystery.
It smells like, I feel like he smells like metal,
I feel like he doesn't smell.
like death. Like metal's nothing in death. Yeah, but no, Cruise is a man of peace? Question mark.
I don't think so. I think he probably seeks out conflict, but in a in a justified way sometimes.
Anyway, thank you very much for listening. You can find me on YouTube, BHL Hudson, Instagram, Twitter, BHL_Hudson. You can email the pod at bhlhudsonvids@gmail.com.
You can find me on Twitter at FTK_DaltSniper. You can find me on Instagram at FDalgard, and you can find me on YouTube at FTK Space Gaming.
Thank you very much for listening, and we will see you next time.
Chicka-hoo! A little classy, I thought.
A little spice.